Welcome to the Shellonomics Podcast, presented by King Midas, your ultimate source for pure Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles entertainment. Stay tuned and dive deep into the Turtleverse with us. Catch all the action on YouTube and Twitch for non-stop Ninja Turtles adventures and retro gaming thrills.
King Mike and the heroes in a half shell.
Greetings all, another episode of Shellonomics here, episode 24. With Christmas time approaching, we are recording this December 20th, 2024, and as we've said in a lot of previous shows, I grew up in the Fred Wolf era. Unfortunately, we never did get a Christmas episode. We got Easter, but never a Christmas one. And finally, thanks to Peter Laird and the 2003 Ninja Turtles, we did get a Christmas episode. So I wanted to have this watch along for you guys. It's one of my favorite episodes from 2003, mainly because my guy Michelangelo is the main star. And let's get into it right now. So it starts off with a nice little, some Jingle Bell music here. And it was the night before Christmas. Turtle Santa drove like crazy to let the kids down. Like you see with a truck full of toys. And you get to see a couple other cool things in this one that you'll hear as we get into this episode later. Some cameos. It's a really good action-packed one, too. So we'll fast forward through the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. As much as I enjoy this theme song, the old one from the 80s, again, just has such that 80s pop vibe. This Turtles theme isn't too bad, but we're just going to get right into the episode. So you got Michelangelo hanging out with some kids. It's an interesting episode, too, because usually most of the episodes you can't see their eyeballs, bandanas. But in this one, Mike doesn't have it. He just has on a big puffy jacket, some puffy pants, winter hat, and a big orange scarf. And he gets pegged with a snowball. And then you hear the voice of Veronica Taylor, who sounds a lot like Ash Ketchum in this character here. Into a snowball fight. And then Mike wants to borrow the kid's sled. And this is why I like this episode, because you get another paying homage here. As he goes up, he yells, "Cowabunga!" And then one of the kids is like, which I like, and the other kid shrugs his shoulders. Mike's going crazy, ends up falling, but then he says he made a snow turtle. He always turns a negative into it. And Bob Drowney keeps his vibes up, and then the kids are actually telling him you're okay. What's nice is they didn't even freak out at the green face he had. I like that. Mike's just hyped for Christmas, making a snow turtle instead of a snow angel. Now he comes across a little kitty cat, orange kitty cat, and the cat's scared. Freezing, no collar, so he's going to take him. Puts him in his coat, calls him Clunk. Got Splinter getting ready for the Christmas festivities as they're going to be hosting Christmas dinner. Putting up some garland. Donatello's cleaning up. And April's here in case he's got the tree. He's struggling with the tree. Seen the 2003 series in quite some time, and I do remember this is actually really good show. Probably is if you had to rank these turtle shows and how good they are and what has aged well. 2003 is probably the better. Much as I love my Fred Wolf Turtles. Casey's got the tree and he's gonna be able to make it. He does, but there's no stand. Perhaps helped him out with the tree. April and Splinter walking off. Theo's going off somewhere. Ready to get to dinner, and Mikey's not here. Starting to get concerned about where the heck he is. Turtles do have a box of ornaments. There's no way Mike can get into trouble. Like Chris goes to the toy store. Guts and glory action. What he's looking at almost reminds me of Home Alone 2, if you guys have ever seen that, with Duncan's toys. Last with all. There's the Christmas alien toy. I'm like he's having his little kitty calling him Clunk. Robbers. And he's going to rob in the toy store. Little orphan aliens are what the toys are called. Little orphan aliens are supposed to be donated. It's not even sales. Thieves are taking it. Big guy's gonna bop him, knock him out. Selling these toys online already. Almost looks like a little Kermit the Frog to a degree. Not really, but just a little smidge. When you got the big eyeballs. Mike's going into like stealthy James Bond ninja mode here. Turtles are getting the presents down. Rap's gonna trim the tree here. Really good though, that tree that he trimmed. Here we go. That's what I like a lot too. Donatello's happy that Christmas cookies are being made. And Raphael comes in and devours the jar full of the Christmas dough. Raph's like, Mikey usually hogs all the good stuff, so Raph's like thrilled to pieces to get on some of the delicious treats. Mike's keeping his eye on the 3 robbers. You have one big guy who looks like the Blob from X-Men, 2 other guys. Mike takes out 2 of them. Does like a rolling hurricane kick in the air. Take out the 3rd one. They come right back with guns. I think I even had a cigarette in his mouth there. Like, I don't really see that in cartoons anymore. Something in his mouth. About to shoot him, and Mike dodges. Got this buddy. This is what was cool about this show, too, is they had these little, like, cutscenes. If you guys have ever seen it before, you'll see these little boxes for the intense ninja action. Now they're going to steal the truck. Doesn't know what to do. Does some gymnastics swinging, tries to get on, can't. Ends up finding a rope on the back of the truck. Slams right into a mailbox. I don't know how that little kitty cat's hanging on, but it's trying. They're trying to lose him. Mike is flying all over the place. One of the robbers has a cool Santa evil shirt, too, that he's wearing. Really taking some bad spills here. They're bumping into cars. He's swinging around. Truck hits another car. Mike jumps on top of the car, another car. 3 cars in a row. He's having actually a lot of fun because he is the most gifted of the Turtles in regards to athletic ability, in my opinion. Goes right over a fire hydrant, though. This might be the end of him right here. Now he's using his shell, and he's still holding up. As we just told everybody, he has a shell, so he's obviously not getting ripped apart. The guy called him a monkey. Now they're going to ready to blast him, so they're using their heads here. They're not Bebop and Rocksteady IQs. They hit the brakes. Mike goes up front. Break the front of the car. Driver window. They're blasting Mike. He's dodging around. Still dodging. Now they're shooting the top of these guys. This is such a great action-packed episode. One of the better Christmas cartoons you'll see out there, folks. I enjoyed watching the old Ghostbusters. Super Mario has one. Sonic the Hedgehog. But this one has a lot of good action. Even X-Men had a cartoon episode. 90s. Yeah, Find the Turtle. Big drop kick to the 2 again. I just like seeing the eyes in this episode. You rarely get to see the eyes of the Turtles in this series. 2-Ton and Spike are their name. Calling the big boss. Got a freak on his face. Backup is a-coming. Very well written episode. Still hanging out with him. Got riding a bike. Smacks into somebody, but does not. It kills him to call the cops on. He's got some like Wolverine, almost like a bear claw using a kitchen to shred your chicken is what. Climb that truck. Here. There's been about 12 cars this guy has hit as a truck here. From the coppers. The strength of Michelangelo. Look at this. I could be wrong here, but I really think that police officer looks like Peter Laird. If somebody is watching this on Spotify or YouTube, can you please comment below and let me know if that police officer is supposed to be Peter Laird that we just saw? He looks a lot like him with the glasses and everything. Now he's got his back up. So what's interesting here is, I don't think this is a Ninja Turtle era. I will pause it really quick. When Michelangelo took the gentleman out of the car, it looked like he ripped him out, and I thought he ripped the seatbelt to shreds. But he does have a seatbelt on, so I'm not sure if, because I don't think when he was taking him out that belt got ejected. Anyways, that's just a fun little thing. Compared to the Fred Wolf era, where there were multiple eras, Turtles would have different color headbands, different weapons, voices wouldn't match up with a turtle. Comes Mike again, another cool. And now Mike actually says, what would Raph do in a situation like this? Well, they're playing chicken. What chicken means is who's going to stop. Well, the bad guys are freaking out because Mikey's not going to stop. He's on a mission. And the bad guys roll away. Now they're on his tail. They're ready here. Here. Now there's a funny one here where they bring in the superhero who's friends with the Turtle Titan. The superhero's like, I can't see with this blindfold, even with this blindfold, right? X-ray. Math's like, just play along for me. Celebrate Kwanzaa as well. Which is nice because it should be a non-denominational holiday for everybody. You got the guy who always says, yup. Titan. Yep. What James Bond would do. And it's kind of been a James Bond-esque action-packed episode here. I see Mike get all the spotlight here. I like this episode a lot more. Especially it's almost like, hey, I've always wanted a Christmas episode when I was a kid, and now we finally get one. And my guy's the main stuff. Still on his tail. About halfway home with this episode. This episode runs about 22 minutes. Now Mike puts on the brakes, and the dudes in the car just get annihilated. The car flips over. They're pretty much out of it. Luckily, the toys haven't fallen out of the back with the back open. They're getting the star on the tree and the ornaments. Trying to get April to give it a little smooch with mistletoe. Trying to get a smooch, but because that mistletoe keeps around. Trying hard to get was yelling April. Jones put it. Well, maybe. Okay, whack. Here we go. Here comes a cool cameo. You get to see Usagi Yojimbo and the unit looks like Rocksteady. Guys, read that. I don't know too much about them, but I do know the Battle Nexus game they're in. And that game is tough. Has anybody ever beaten that game for PlayStation 2? Special tournament. Usagi got Leonardo a sword. Happy about it. And Leo gets Usagi a sword. And Usagi goes, what a wonderful gift. That he character wants food. He'll eat until Michelangelo's there. Now Mike's got all the cops chasing him. Helps out. Good guys. But that ain't going to matter because they see a stolen truck. They have a roadblock, so Mike's really in hot water here. Mike says, forgive me for what I'm about to do. Going full speed ahead. I believe this show was on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day too, the debut, which was really cool. Back into, oh yeah, and he's got the Peter, that's got to be a, apologizes for what he's doing. Oh, we have a nice little arm wrestling. It's a good comedic part here. Trying to take on that superhero. Casey Jones cannot beat him. Flings him. And Casey goes launching. Then you have Raph and Case for a double or nothing. Allows them both. Little April O'Neil here. Catch. April gets the man to oversell. Or some cookies. Like, the look on Casey and Raph's faces was good enough. All right. 3 dozen of chocolate chip cookies. The board was. Yeah, good one. He's like, wait. I love cookies. Start scarfing them down. Now Splinter's in a meditation phaser with Hamada Yoshi. Shift. Checks on Splinter and Splinter. Angelo to get there, but they're very impatient. Says, let's go eat family. By the cops. Such a well-written episode here. Has a little kitty cat. Little Clunk scared to death. Peter Laird cop. Ooh, gets smashed. 3 cars. 4 cars. 4 cop cars all smashed. Feels bad about it too. He's gonna say he's got the truck safe and sound. Kids will be able to get these donated toys. Loses the cops. People's like, all right, we'll give him 5 more minutes. Food's gonna get. This is where I always like send your stuff to get back home. Almost like comic book cut. Sewer down. Kicks the sewer down with his leg. There he is. Mike says Merry Christmas to everybody. Raph's like, where the heck you been, dude? That's Leo says, where have you been? Raph's mad at him. Splinter's mad. Apologize. Raph's like, we don't want to hear a lame story. Mike says, giving. Season of giving. Raph's ready to give him a smack upside the head. Gives a nice little speech here. He's the one who actually gives the speech. It's a time to think of those less fortunate than themselves. In fact, it's a time not to think of themselves at all. Michelangelo comes up with an idea. They end up going to the Brown Street Children's Home where the orphan aliens are. Mike's in elf gear. He gives a Christmas alien to one of the toys. All the trolls are elves, and then Splinter is the master. Superhero character playing with some kids. Casey's chilling. A cool idea. Now, the one kid's going to hug guy. Could be a video. Right? He's going to hug the man up with donating all these toys. Almost like the homeless character. Zagi has a Santa hat with elf ears. The Rocksteady characters there. So I don't know all the names of all these characters. Battle Next characters. And Casey Jones finally gets the smooch from April with the mistletoe. And then Splinter says, Michelangelo is right. Of others. Even Splinter's impressed. Kid petting the cat. And then Mikey says, happy holidays, everybody. And it's the end of the episode there, right around the 20-minute mark. Very nice, well-written episode by Peter Laird and the 2003 Turtles. So, for those who never got that Christmas episode as kids in the 80s and 90s, we finally got one in the early 2000s. Fantastic episode. Lots of good action. Highly recommend if you are somebody who's celebrating a holiday, or if you're just looking for a episode to enjoy Michelangelo. And he is the main star. A couple good comedic spots in there. And that's going to do it for this episode of Shellonomics. This is King Mike just signing off, and we hope to see you.
King Mike and the heroes in a half shell.
Thanks for listening to Shellonomics. Follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the video version. Stay tuned for more Ninja Turtles insights.